Hello and good morning, all. Welcome back to our live session. My name is Vishal Manocha, owner and director at Net Worth Immigration Solutions. This is our live session. I'm your host today for another half an hour. We will be discussing a lot of updates from the immigration industry in the last 1 week, and also this is the time for you to ask any questions you have. We have a lot of exciting things to discuss today, so we will be taking them one by one. There were a lot of PNP draws which were held in the last 1 week. The TR to PR, we will be discussing about that too. Yesterday was 8th of September. We will be discussing about what exactly happened yesterday and who all were actually, in fact, waiting for yesterday and for announcement. No announcement was made. So, yes, definitely disappointment, but we will be discussing about what does that mean. There was no announcement yesterday, but what does that mean for the future? Will there be something coming up for TR to PR? We will be discussing about it a lot in detail. But there were few exciting draws in the last 1 week from different provinces. No express entry draw this week because the draw was held last week, where number of invitations sent were 2750 and the draw was 516. But that was last Wednesday, regarding which we have already discussed in our previous show on last Friday. So this Friday we have got PNP draws and we will be discussing more in details. OINP, Saskatchewan have invited in two categories. Maximum number of people have been invited in this draw. We will be discussing about that. Then we have also on board is the onshore admissions and international student admission. We'll be discussing about that too. And we have to have an update about PG, like applying for your parents and grandparents PR. We will be discussing more about what exactly is IRCC planning for this year and what we can hope to happen in 2022. So let us start off with the most exciting one, TR to PR pathway. 8th of September, everybody was waiting for a new update. Everybody was ready with their file. They were just hoping that something's going to happen, and then uh, you can submit the file the moment it's announced. In fact, that was never going to happen. In fact, I think there were a lot of agents who have speculated this 8th of September that get ready with your documents, you will be applying on that day. People were approaching us, and we have already advised all our clients that nothing is exactly going to happen on 8th of September, even if an announcement is made. But the sad part of it was there was no announcement made yesterday. So I know everybody was stick to their seats, looking at the computer. I think there were a lot of people, I'm pretty sure, who have been looking at the update at IRCC for TR to PR, and for their disappointment, nothing happened yesterday. What does that mean for future? There's no TR to PR coming up? No, that is not the case. There's still TR to PR policy will be coming up. The motion 44 is still in place. Yes, it had a deadline of 120 days, but I'm pretty sure these things do vary due to some reasons, and that's why there were no decision being made yesterday, so and no announcement being made yesterday regarding that thing. So don't worry about it. It is coming, but again, don't be very hopeful regarding that. This TR to PR policy, even if it is announced, it is not going to be the similar the one we had last year. So yes, you have to keep your document ready, but please take it for granted that don't take it for granted that it's going to be the previous one. And everybody who is international graduate or got their IELTS, PCC, medical will get a chance to apply. They are making TR to PR as a permanent pathway, but yes, we have to wait for a few more days maybe before we hear exactly what it is. As I have been telling you in all my previous shows, and again we are repeating it here, that it is not going to be similar to what it was previously announced, and also it's not going to be as simple as it was announced in the last year. The people who got their PR last year, definitely they were lucky people who got through that stream for international student where a lot of TR to PR people were qualified and have already got their PR. So as I said, stay tuned for further update. But as I said, don't be too much hopeful. I know a lot of people, we get calls every day that I'm waiting for TR to PR, I'm not doing anything right now, because I think they've taken for granted that this policy is going to come and everybody within Canada as an international student will get the PR. Trust me, that's not going to happen. It's going to be totally different policy when it's announced. So don't be shocked when you hear about this policy, because the way the agents have been predicted, the consultant have been predicting it, that yes, it's going to be maybe similar, so get everything ready and you will be applying on the same day. Nothing is of that sort going to happen. Even if it's announced very in coming days, before it's implemented, I'm pretty sure it will take few months or couple of months at least before the policy has been implemented. So as I said, don't worry too much about it and don't much take that policy very seriously. It will definitely benefit few of the international students and foreign workers, but not as it did previously. So please keep on looking for your NOC knock positions, because that is how you're going to get your job, your PR, your points. So that is still the key. So make sure you are working towards it and not be disappointed once the TR and 2PR policy is announced. Make sure you are basically prepared for the other things. Prepare for your PR still. If you're looking to get permanently settled, you still need express entry will still be the key. Canadian experience class is going to play a very important role. So make sure you are working towards that. You have started your NOC knock B position, so that O, A or B, whatever position you're getting, so that you are in fact qualifying under CEC later on. We know a lot of people who didn't submit their file, or even if they got the invites, because they thought it is going to announce on 8th of September and everybody will be benefit out of it. But I'm again repeating it. Yes, few of the international students and foreign workers will be benefited. Who will be those people? We need to figure out, but it has to be, but it is not going to be the similar one as we saw last year. So make sure you are working towards your other pathways and make sure you know that how to get your permanent residency. If you have any doubt, if you know more, need more counseling, contact us and we can definitely help you in that regard. So that's it about TR to PR. As soon as we definitely have an update, we will be sharing it with you. We will be discussing with you in our live show maybe next week whenever the announcement is made. But it will definitely, the announcement will be made sooner or later. Just stay tuned and see what exactly comes up. We all are waiting for that too. Now, there's a very important and they will draw help this week from Ontario OINP. This is a very good news for international students who are in Ontario, who have done 10 plus 2 back home, and who have got and they don't want to move to other provinces. This draw, the one I'm going to discuss now, is very, very important for students who are plus 2, who are from India and who are here in Canada, who have completed their education now and looking for PR options. Skilled trade stream, Ontario skilled trade stream, is now one of the most popular stream under which you can get your PR. You don't even have to move to other province. All you need is you need to have experience under certain NOC knock as per the OINP website available. It's everything is available. The knock should be under the group 633, that's a minor group, and then the major group of 72, 73, and 82. Now, what does that mean? The NOC knock starting with this 2-digit numbers or 3-digit number, minor or major group, are qualified under the skilled trade class. All you need is a 1-year experience under this NOC knock. The OINP draw, which was held this week, invited 1,521 invites was sent under OINP skilled trade class stream. Now just imagine, that's a huge number if you look at the draw which happened, and this is a regular draw which is happening in Ontario. You don't need to move to other province if you are if you get qualified under this OINP stream, but you need to definitely have experience in NOC knock codes. For further information on that, definitely you can contact our office at Net Worth Immigration and we can let you know under which NOC knock you can qualify for this draw. Now, the biggest thing about this draw, the people who were invited, the 1,520 people who were invited, the minimum CRS score was only required was 320 and above. So that's why I'm saying anybody who has done their 10 plus 2 back home, they have completed their education in Canada, and in the last 2 years, if you have that experience of 1 year under those NOC knock, As I said, the further information, if you want to need about details about all those NOC, you can also visit OINP website. You can contact our office and we can let you know what NOC NOC qualifies under this. But this is one of the most important information for international students who are in Ontario. They don't want to move. They have done. It's not just for 10+2 students. If you're a graduate, then also you can obviously qualify under the stream. But because the CRS score under which the invitations are sent is very low, so that even makes students with who are +2 back home qualify under this stream because the draw was 320 and above. That's it. So all you need is, you don't even need 6 band in each. You have +2, you have done 2-year education, and if you have got 1 year experience under this NOC NOC, even with less than 6 band, you can qualify for this stream. This is the only stream in Ontario under which you can qualify without moving, without needing an LMI, without needing any support from your employer sponsoring your application. This stream works through the OINP Express Entry stream. It's an Express Entry link stream, so it works through Express Entry. So to qualify under Express Entry, we all know we need IELTS, we need WES, and we need 1 year experience. If you have that, or if you don't know how to gain that experience or what NOC NOC, I'm again requesting you to contact us. We can guide you exactly what NOC NOC can help you qualify under the stream. This is one of the most popular OINP draw, and it invites a lot of people every year. This draw invited 1,521, which is a big number. If you look at OINP draws happening across Canada, this is one of the draw which invites maximum number of people. And the good thing is the CRS score is only 320, and the number of invitations are improving and getting higher by every draw. So this is something to look forward for you. If you're in Ontario, don't miss this one. If you need any further information, contact us and we can help you how you can get your permanent residency under this draw. But this is only for people who are in Canada because you need a 1 year experience in Ontario. And the good thing is, again, you don't need that experience, a continuous experience. It can also be a cumulative experience of 1 year. So what does that mean? Is, for example, you work for 3 months and then you have to leave that job, then you again did for another 3 months or 6 months. As far as you have completed your 1 year, in the last 2 years, you will be eligible for this stream. So make sure, if you need any question, any concern about it, we can definitely help you further about it. But don't miss this draw. This is a very important draw which happens every week, which can make you qualify for permanent residency without moving to any other province. Even if you have done your education in Ontario, you can qualify for this draw. Even people who have done education in other province, they are also eligible. So you don't have to have an education in Ontario, anywhere. Even if you are, for example, you came here on a spousal open work permit, and now your spouse is an open work permit, and even if he does this job for 1 year, even that can make you qualify under this draw, which is very important for you to understand here. So not only just the principal applicant, even if you come here on an open work permit, you get 1 year experience under this skilled trade class stream, you can also become a principal applicant and qualify for the PR. And as I told you, the IELTS score requirement is low, the CRS cutoff are always low. The last one was 320, which happened on 7th of September, just 2 days ago, and number of invitations were huge. 1,521 invitation, a huge invitation, huge number of invitations we are talking about if we consider OINP or any PNP draw. So if you need any further information, contact us and we can help you in that regard for sure. Now we will be taking a few questions I already have now, and I request all the viewers, if you have any question, any concern, kindly post it into the comment section and I'll be happy to answer them for you. Right now we're going to take up the questions we have, and then we will move forward with other PNP draws which were held this week. And as I said, there were no express entry draws, so we will not be discussing too much about it in this draw. But yes, let me take up these questions and then we can definitely move forward from here. Okay, then the first question we have is from Akash. How to apply work permit as a nurse? Okay, now Akash, to apply as a nurse, and basically nursing is a regulated stream here, so to get a work permit as a registered nurse is not possible because you need to give exams there. Even if you're back home as a nurse, if you have to give your exams, if you clear this exam in Ontario, then only you can practice as a nurse. Now, what are the options available for nurses? There are other options like there's a pilot project program regarding home care worker and child, which is a child care worker or a home care worker for the old people, for old age people. So those people who are nurse with the background, if you have anybody, a family who's looking for a person like you, can definitely sponsor you, and you can come here on initially on a 2 year work permit, and then that will lead to your permanent residency. That's how it's going to work, but you have to, that is the one of the way you as a nurse you can come and study here, sorry, and come and work here and also get your PR. So that is very important. If you need further information how that can work, definitely you can contact us and we will be happy to help you. Then we have a question from Nakul. Hello, sir. Please let me know what's the minimum GPA required for the graduation in Canada. Okay, Nakul. I think this is a question for more of the university colleges. I have a different. Uh, as far as I know, I think it's 2.0 GPA, but maybe it's different from college to college perspective because I've seen say colleges like Humber, Seneca more strict to this one as compared to the other colleges. I can say. But as far as I know, I think it's 2.0 GPA required for you to graduate successfully and consider your diploma to be complete. But it's better you ask this question from a university or college you're studying at. But don't take my word for granted. But I think it's 2.0 GPA which is required. I hope that answers your question, Nakul. But as I said, if you need further clarification, maybe you can contact the college. Okay. Then we are calling about Ankit is asking a question. Hello, sir. My classes start from 14th of September in Leicester College and my visa not come and no defer by network team. Ankit, so basically deferment has to be done through an online process. So I don't know exactly what the situation of your application is. Regarding getting a visa, yes. What happens is visas are slow, we all know that. There are a lot of international students who have not got their result for September intake, so that is not something you should be worried about. Regarding the deferment, basically, once the start date of the program is passed, then we apply for the deferment. So that's how it usually works. But I don't know exactly what situation your case is because I think it's done from India office. I think so. You can speak to them, or I can speak to them and get back to you about the deferment. But I'm pretty sure once the program started has passed, we do contact college for the further deferment of the course. Then we have the next question from Rangana. Hello, sir. My mother came with a super visa. When she entered immigration office, did not write a date in the stamp. Can she? Uh, Sorry, I lost the question. Can she stay only 6 months? No. Okay. Now this is a very common question we are getting. People are entering through the border from the CBSA border. Their passports are not being stamped. There's no date been mentioned on that. That is what is happening across Canada on the borders now. But there's no. Don't worry about it. If there's no date put on by the officer, and if she had entered as a super visa to Canada, she can stay here now for, as we all know, for up to 5 years, which can be further extended for 2 years. So if there is no date mentioned, no concern, no worry about it. She can still stay here as a super visa candidate. She can stay in Canada and she is eligible for staying up as per the new rule up to 5 years in Canada. As far as you're meeting the insurance requirement and medical requirement, she can stay here. So don't worry about it. The CBSA border is not stamping the passport or putting any date. The only time actually, in fact, they put the date is, for example, if they want somebody entering here, example, your mother on super visa, somebody coming on a visitor visa, they only put a date if they want you to leave before that. For example, with a visitor visa, you only can stay here for 6 months. But now, because of some reason, they have a concern of you staying there longer, then only they put a date, for example, 3 months. So then that means they're only giving you 3 months. So no date written or no stamp been made. That actually you can consider that she can stay here as per the eligibility of a super visa requirement. I hope that answers your question. If you still have any concern, definitely we can address that too. Then we have Kanika asking a question. I have done my master's in biotechnology in 2021. Can I do my second master from any Canadian university now? Because I have come to know that it doesn't accept second master, so there are high chances that my visa may get cancelled. Okay, Kanika. So this is how the things work when you apply for a study work permit application. There is no book, no rule mentions that or states that you cannot do a master's again. All IRCC officer is looking at once you apply for a master or any program of a post graduation level, what sense does that make to do as your career? What's the progression you'll get through that program is what they will be looking at in your application. Does doing that another master degree gets you any benefit or not? In fact, very recently we have done a case like this, where the client has done masters and we did again masters. First, initially they applied of their own, the visa got rejected. Then they got in touch with us, and we applied for them for a master degree, and that time the visa was approved. So, as I said, there is no rule book, nowhere it's mentioned that you cannot do a master's again. But the whole application, why that program, how is that related to your previous education, what benefits or what career advantage will you get once you complete the other master program, will decide more about your visas. But as I said, that is not the situation. Like there's no book, no rule which says you cannot do a master's again. The whole application should make sense. As far as it's making sense, there are chances that your visa can still get through. But the statement of purpose need to be very strong. The information you are providing to the IRCC is to be correct. How you need to explain properly under your statement of purpose how this course is going to benefit you, how is this related to your previous education, and what future prospect this course holds for you. As far as you're able to let the official know and clear that under your statement of purpose, I think you still have a good chances of getting a visa. If you need our help in that, we can definitely assist you. Okay, then we have from Mr. Singh, which NOC knock codes are included in OINP? Okay, there are a lot of NOC knock codes which are eligible. I'm just going to name few and also will let you know the major group you need to look into. So under the NOC knock, if you go to the group, major group 72, 73 or 82, that's a group. I'm not talking about certain NOC knock, no, that is a group. Under that NOC group, you get basically you get your further NOC knock codes. So example, there's painters, is one of the NOC knock code under which you get this thing. The tile settler is another NOC knock I can think of. I don't remember the knock numbers, but yeah, this is one of the job position you can look for. Bakers comes under this group. Mechanic repair comes under this group. And as I said, if you Google these groups name, you'll come across all the NOC knock which are eligible. There are a lot of them. And as I said, these are the only groups I'm talking about. And if you also name you few positions under which this OINP stream work. But this is an excellent stream for students who are in Ontario, who are especially graduate +2, who are not able to score higher in the express entry. This is one of the most popular stream and most beneficial stream for those students. So if you need further information, I could request you to kindly book an appointment with our office, and we can exactly let you know how the whole process works under this stream. Then we have Raj Kathori asking a question. I am software tester and my CRS score is 4. Can I qualify for OINP for the track draw? Raj, are you, basically to be very honest, OINP is not holding any tech draws. Tech draws is very commonly happening in British Columbia, right? I'm assuming, Raj, that you are in Canada right now and this is what your score is. So tech draws, I haven't seen recently any particular tech draw happening in Ontario. Sometime, yes, you may be invited under human capital stream. That is a stream when few general knocks or people like could you be invited, but that is not called a that is not a skill trade class, but this is human capital stream where anybody who is scoring more than 400, and if their NOC knock is in demand, a couple of times in a year this draw happens, and you may have a chance under that draw, but not under skill trade class because this knock doesn't fall under that, this position doesn't fall under that one. But that could be one of the options you can look forward to. And again, if you need further information, we will be definitely happy to help you in that regard. Then we have Mr. Patel. Hello, sir. After getting visitor visa, can I get work permit? After reach. And how long time to get work permit? Okay. So now your question is basically you're coming here on a visitor visa, and can that be converted into a work permit? The answer is yes. A visitor visa can be converted into a work permit, but there's a whole process to follow. There's a whole. So I'll just give you a brief how that basically works. For example, you are here in Canada, and now you want to apply for a work permit. First of all, you need a job. An employer should really be ready to hire you. Now, how you can get a job? There you can, if you look at Job Bank, all the employer advertise about their job under the Job Bank or even under other job website like Indeed or Kijiji, or I think I'll advise you to look at a more professional site like Indeed to basically find a good job for you. You have to apply for the job, and if the employer calls you in an interview and they're ready for you to hire you, basically they will need to apply an LMI application for you. LMI is Labor Market Impact Assessment. That takes around 3 months. If the decision is positive from the Employment and Service Development Canada, that means your LMI is approved. The second step is to apply for a work permit. Now, you can apply on that work permit online, or you can also visit a CBSA border and get it from there. My recommendation will be always doing it online. Once that online application is submitted, right now it's taking around 3 to 6 months, in fact, to get the work permit approved. But you can legally stay in Canada meanwhile your application is processed. You don't have to leave. And once the work permit is approved, definitely then now you are allowed to work in Canada. So in brief, that's how the whole process works. Again, if you need more understanding about things, yes, we can help you in that too, of advising you and guiding you how the things work. And as I said to you, if you need further information, you can definitely contact us and we will be happy to answer that for you. Then we have another one of our viewers. Good morning, sir. What is the procedure of getting PR after the completion of the course? Okay. This is a wide question. It doesn't have a specific answer, to be honest. There are a lot of ways you can get a PR. We have been discussing about OINP. We have been discussing about express entry streams. So there are a lot of categories. In fact, there are around, as we read on the rules in the books, it's around more than 100 ways of getting PR to Canada. So to answer your question, we need to better understand your profile. If you are looking for a specific answer for yourself, we need to understand your education, the highest education, your IELTS score, which program you have completed, are you working right now in Canada, if you're working under which NOC NOC you are working. So there are a lot of factors which basically we need to consider before we can exactly answer your question to your specific. What I will advise you is, if you need a specific answer, you're looking forward to, contact our office, book a counseling session. It can be done online, it can be done in physical. You can walk in, or you can prefer you book an appointment, and that way you can definitely know more about it. But yes, there are a lot of options, a lot of procedures through which you can get your PR. Okay, then I have another question. I have 110 score in Duolingo. Suggest me some university that accept these scores. Okay, Raj, to be very honest, I don't have the list handy, but Duolingo is not usually accepted by most of the universities as far as I know in Canada. They do accept IELTS is the first priority they have. Second one, they have the priority of PT. Also, universities have started accepting, but Duolingo is still not been accepted by most of the universities colleges in Canada. I don't have a list handy, but I'm pretty sure that it's something as it's still not widely accepted by universities and colleges. If you have done Duolingo, that actually narrows down your admission universities and colleges you are looking forward to. And for more information, you may have to I don't know if there's any website which provides that information where all the universities except Duolingo is mentioned. If there's no, then you may have to visit the university site, narrow down your research to the province you are looking to. If there's a specific university you have in mind or specific course in mind, search about it, and then you can go to the university website and find out under the language requirement, are they accepting Duolingo or not. That's the easiest way of doing it. But as I said, I have no list handy where I can share you and let you know how does that, which universities accept Duolingo. I hope that's helpful for you, Raj. And if you have any further question, definitely you can contact us. Then we have another question from Punitha Vij. My husband is in Canada and he has PR. Can you please suggest through which process I can come to Canada? Okay, that's a good question, Punitha. If your husband is here on a PR, definitely you can come on a permanent residency. That is the first priority application you should consider. Don't consider applying for a visitor visa yet. It's better definitely you apply for your PR application. That should be your priority. That is the best stream under which you can come here. The chances of getting visa as a PR, if your marriage is a genuine marriage, you have all the proofs about your relationship and your marriage, and you can prove that to IRCC, then I'm pretty sure that is the best solution, best way out you can reach Canada. The other only option is applying for a visitor visa, which we don't usually suggest. IRCC is not very flexible. We haven't seen too much success coming up. Yes, people do get visitor visas approved, but not much of success. So my advice for you will be apply for a PR, but if it's taking a very longer time, Then also, while the PR is under process, you can also try applying for your visitor visa. But as I said, the priority for you should be the first priority, or first advice I will give you will be to apply for your permanent residency directly. And Punita, we can definitely help you in that. We have a very good clientele under this category. We do spousal open work permit and PR application. Is one of our very stronghold application we have. So definitely you can contact us and we can help you in filing your PR spousal application. And definitely, if you need further assistance, contact us through our social media platform or through, you can book an appointment. Your husband can book an appointment, come and see us and speak to us over the call, and we can let them know how we can process the application and how we can help you in that regard. So I hope that answers your question, Punita. And thank you, Punita, for asking this question. Thank you, Mr. Patel, and thank you, Mr. Deva, for answering your question. I hope I've answered your question, and that will help for you. So I'm still available now. We still have time, few minutes more to carry on, because I've got a couple of more updates before we wrap up the session. But meanwhile, if you have any question, kindly post it into the comment section. I will be happy to answer them for you right away. So don't hesitate. If you have any question, kindly post it right now and I will be answering them. But meanwhile, I will be going through two more OINPs draw, which were very important, which has got a lot of people invited. So we will be discussing about that. So let me start off with another one is in Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan holds the biggest PNP draw in 2022 till now. That's the maximum number of candidates invited under one draw. The number of people who were invited had a score of 941 candidates were invited. This is huge. This is big. The Saskatchewan province have basically, I think it's very aggressive in inviting people. They're having their draw every week almost. And this is the biggest draw of 2022 where 941 people are invited. Now, who are those people? How can you qualify? Let's discuss that. There were few people who were invited. Exactly the number is 312 people who were invited out of 941 were invited through express entry. So express entry is still the backbone of Canadian PR, and that's something you need to look forward to, because that's how, if you are into the pool, then only one or the other province can invite you. But for the Saskatchewan example, if you want expecting an invite from them, the only way of doing is once you get into the pool, you also have to create your profile under Saskatchewan stream. And once you get into the Saskatchewan stream, get an invite from there, then you apply for your PNP. Once the PNP is approved, then you apply for your PR. So that's how it works. And there were another 629 candidates invited under occupation in demand stream of Saskatchewan. Now, there are a lot of occupations which are in demand, so the people are invited either through express entry. Again, the people also may be in demand, but they also invite, every draw you will see, they also invite people with occupation in demand. So there are a lot of occupations which are in demand in Saskatchewan. If you have experience in that one, you have a chance of getting invite. The people who got an invite under this stream had minimum of 61 points under the Saskatchewan interest they have submitted. And if they have minimum 61, then they might have got the invite under either express entry or through occupation in demand. So if you need more information about this draw, contact us. This is very beneficial for students for clients who are outside Canada, because it's very easy as compared to, for example, right now the CRS score is 516. You have a score of 420, 410, but you never know, you may get an invite from Saskatchewan, because that is one of the province which is very aggressive under this PN, who's inviting their PNPs, and that is one of the best option for you. You can look forward to if you're looking to apply for your Canada PR. I'll be now discussing the last update of this week. This will be the definitely, again, you have time to ask your question. Kindly post it into the comment section now. And if you have any doubt, any concern, any question you have, I will be happy to answer them for you while we are discussing our last update for the day today, which is another OINP draw. I think this is the second draw happened this year under this category. Now this was for master's, graduate stream and PhD stream. Now what are those streams? If you have done a master's or PhD in Ontario, there is a specific stream under which you can qualify. In this stream, you don't need a work experience. That's the best part. You don't need any work experience. as far as you've done masters in Canada and you're scoring good under their expression of interest, you have a chance of getting invitation if you've done your masters and PhD. So these two both streams make you, if you have done any of this education in Ontario, a master's or PhD, make you qualify under this stream. So, and as I said, uh, the number of candidates invited under this draw for, I think, for master's stream, the total was 680. Invitation was sent. Now, these were sent to people who have done their master and PhD in Ontario, only in Ontario. Then only you can qualify. But the best part about the stream is you don't need any experience in Canada, no NOC, no OAB experience. This is again one of the very important stream. If you're in Ontario, very helpful for people who have done their masters or their PhD. This is something for you to look forward to. The draws do happen at least 2 times in a year. We have been seeing it from last 7-8 years. Still, since the stream has been launched, the people are getting invited at least 2 times in a year. This is something again for you to look forward to and a good stream to apply under. That were all the update we had from this week. We have discussed TR to PR today. I know people have been disappointed. There was no announcement made yesterday as per the expectation of a lot of people around that. Yes, especially international students and foreign workers, that there is something coming up. Yes, there is definitely something coming up. But as I said you in the beginning of the session and in my previous session, don't expect it to be as simple as it was last time, because it is going to be a permanent pathway. So definitely a lot of thought. Definitely a lot of thought is going behind, and definitely they will be announcing something soon. But still, please make sure you are working around looking other program in your mind. CC Canada Experience Class is one of the best program you can qualify under if you are in Canada and have 1 year experience. So don't forget about that. And the only way you can qualify under Canada Experience Class is if you get 1 year, 2 year, or if you have at least 1 year experience in Canada, then only you qualify, and that experience need to be under NOC O, A, or B. So keep that in mind. Keep working hard towards your PR goal. Don't just rely on the TR to PR policy. This is a very important message from our end, that don't just rely on that policy. Keep on working towards your PR goal. Then only you will be able to achieve them. So thank you all for joining into this session. This was a very lively, very interactive session. We will be live back again next Friday, same time, 11 a.m. Till then, if you have any question, any concern, definitely you can contact us through our social media page. My name is Vishal Manocha, owner and director at Net Worth Immigration Solutions. I have been into this industry from 18 years, and definitely we have been doing a lot of numbers of application in those years. See you again next Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and 8:30 p.m. Indian Time. Till then, goodbye. Have a good weekend and see you all next Friday. Bye-bye.